as we can see, there is a trend of protectionism right now in the world. Well, China is pro-globalization.
And that is why, remember, I'm a strong admirer of China. Okay? I wouldn't have gone this far if it wasn't so. In fact, historically, I must pay respect equally to the former President Nixon, who said to me, if you want your country to develop, then look to the East and look to China. So the basic, I've dealt with it from both elements. The important thing for me is that we can't look at an isolationist period. And that is long past in terms of the world today. You know, someone was showing one of your applications on the iPhone today as to how you pay all your bills, how you do everything, and what have you overall. And I'm not too old to not recognize the modernity and the march of modernity. So that, no, basically, I think what is important is we would have to support a more open border. We'd have to support a more fleshing out of trade. What we need is the area that relates to the investment that drives that, and by the investment that drives that, the transfer of technology and research and development. And that is why even in that context, research and development is important and comes in a link with China. Because I was, again, I said, a Sonoma today. The research and development abilities you have to use red mud, the research and development which may relate to the residual elements of bauxite, the rare earth elements, things that you didn't think were worthwhile are very important, but it takes a wise country that has developed that to transfer the technology that we can move to the next stage.
How do you view China's role in promoting globalization?
I think it is becoming more important for all of us to recognize it, because at the moment there are issues that we're coming in contact with that needs to be addressed, so that foreign trade is not foreign affairs is not my portfolio, but in that context what I do know is that you can't, once the mind is opened, you can't close the mind, more so in a communicatable world. So that in that context overall, right, I think anyone that is seeking to do that will be defeating the real growth of everyone, because it is only by prosperity being passed across the board and social changes being implemented, which of course again China sets that example, okay, in terms of how far you've moved to be the #1 in the world in so many things. I can only say, I say that with admiration, but with a little sadness, because I want to be #1. And therefore I'm here to try and see what ideas I can get, what issues I can reach, because I love being #1.